joins us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the New York Giants. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Play fake. Kaepernick. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Complete. So here are the Giants now in great field position to start their initial drive. They'll be led out by the second quarterback chosen back in April from Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa.
And so often when you've stolen a possession, as they just did there,
on the first play.
First play, picking up the fumble, the natural inclination is to attack, go after them big. Sometimes what you just want to do is put the ball in the hands of one of your best players and one of their favorite plays and establish your dominance that way.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set. Fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Jalen Hurd, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. Walking into the stadium, we saw a ton of people donning the jerseys of this rookie quarterback, so you know they love that opening drive, and he throws a touchdown pass.
You get a little bit of confirmation about what they had hoped, right? Because they thought they had a quarterback. They're thinking they have a quarterback. You do this, they believe they've got a quarterback. Look up, elbowing each other up in the stands. That's our guy.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown. Touchdown, Giants. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick-6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now Colin Kaepernick and the offense heading back out onto the field. And now, Charles, this becomes a pretty important second drive for them. They're already down a pair of scores here in the first quarter.
As you noted, they're down 2 scores, and to me, they're down a possession or a service break if this were tennis, right? Because they just gave one up. Only their second drive now. Run their offense, try and get back into the game that way, and then look for some help from their defense.
Trying to forget about that pick 6 last time out. Kaepernick again here on 2nd and 10. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And the return will stop right around the 25.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Sanders, the ball carrier.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Sanders. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Sanders, the ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Tua going to throw. A slant to Jones. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another 1st and goal. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Marvin Jones. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
Vinatieri for the extra point.
Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
San Francisco.
Play action. Now Kaepernick. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Escaping and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 26.
13 yards.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now a first down carry by Jones. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Jones on the stop.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 at the Giants' 24-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Brought down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
To Calvin Ridley.
A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Into the red zone now. Kaepernick. This one caught by Ridley. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 6 there on first. This is a 2nd and 4. Ball at the 9.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, who can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, San Francisco.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. No problem there on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
A look look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's Tua. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
It's 2nd and 8.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Play action, now it's Tua. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
And incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. On play action, here's Tua. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface, but I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. That's complete right around the 8.
Kaepernick's pass.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Calvin Ridley there to make the grab. And the 49ers are back within a score. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be...
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. 14 seconds, all that's left of this first half as they come up on first down. So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. This short throw caught by Goddard. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And it's the Bengals who are out in front. Auden Tate, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll head west to check on the other team in the Keystone State, the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. Deebo Samuel, a touchdown reception. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And that one, all tied. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Returning it, John Ross. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. Second half will start with a run by Sanders. And he will find his way forward to about the 23-yard line.
Sanders, the ball carrier.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Flush to his right. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. On first down, Kaepernick. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Complete.
23 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 20.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 21-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
To throw is Kaepernick. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Aldon Smith, the former number 7 pick, gets the sack. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. Tua sets up to pass it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced to dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Chris Jones.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again to Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the 1st. They'll run now with Brown. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ball carrier. Sidney Jones in on the stop.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 2nd down, here's Kaepernick. This pass complete to Higgins. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Kaepernick now on 1st down. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Man, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Kaepernick going to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70%.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Calvin Ridley with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. A 10-play drive that time. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown.
Tyler Bass.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And now here's Ross. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And the Giants ready to come out now. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. A first down carry by Sanders. Well defensed as they'll hold him to just a couple. 2nd down coming up.
He was tackled.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. The left side completion to Jones. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. And now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And he's got his man, Hilton. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Back to throw is Tua. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes the catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
57, Mike, 57.
To throw is Tua. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. It was Myles Garrett that time who got in there and brought him down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous...
And this is caught at the 20. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. Now Kaepernick. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down.
Intended for Rashard Higgins. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25.
One final try for Kaepernick. We've seen this before. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
49ers.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Giants, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on